Sunday night, and you're about to watch Tarot Nice to Meet You, the show featuring live tarot reading for comedians by, other comedians. Here are your hosts, Carly Smallman and Sarah Isles.
Tarot! Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Tarot Nice to Meet You. My name is Carly, and this is my friend...
Sarah Isles. Hello! We're not together.
We're not together. Our regular viewers will be feeling sad. We're just kind of pretending to look at each other like, Sarah? Oh, God, look at all my lockdown chins, Sarah.
Well, that's why I've got my laptop really high. So that
I'm going for it. Oh,
my laptop's basically like on the ceiling.
We're not together because we're in lockdown. We're in the UK, so we're in lockdown. Motherfuckers.
Yes.
How's your lockdown, Sarah? You okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's day 4, is it? It feels like day 50, and I feel like it's not got the same novelty as before. I haven't baked anything yet. I should have made some sourdough by now. I'm feeling like I should be into my fitness routine, and I've literally done nothing. I've eaten a lot. I've gone back to the day drinking.
Me too. I'm so excited about that, actually, because between the two lockdowns, I was like living in like a fake world where I thought that I didn't want to drink in the middle of the day, but it turns out I did the whole time.
Yeah, and it's actually quite. It's like a hug, isn't it? You're like something from the past. You're like, oh yes, I remember. This is what I used to do. I used to watch really crappy box sets, get drunk, and that's so bit of comfort in that. So yeah.
I woke up ridiculously early this morning, so by 9:30 a.m. I was like ready to start drinking, but I held off till lunchtime like a civilized woman.
I think that's very civilized. I mean, who was it? We were speaking to Di earlier, a friend of the show, and she was saying that she treats it, like if you're having lunch, it's part of your meal, then you can start drinking. So I think maybe breakfast drinking.
Yeah, breakfast. I was going to say with my porridge.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you're out of oat milk, so
exactly. You fill the whole thing with gin.
Yes, or vodka, whatever you have to hand. Usually, I have a nice bottle of sparkling white somewhere. So
absolutely, babe. No, Sarah's quite good with all that. Yes, audience, say hi and let you know where you are watching us from.
Yes.
Sorry, we said we're just talking about ourselves. We're not talking about you. This is an interactive show, everybody. So wherever you are watching, be it on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, please do. Drop a comment on the box. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from. And the best part about this show is it's fully interactive because at the end of the show, we can pull cards for you. So if you would like your tarot read, if you would like to ask a question, something specific, or if you'd just like us to pull you a card, please leave a comment in the box. Let us know what you want to know about. These are fucking weird times, people. So we all want to know about some things. Usually I pull a card for Sarah before the show starts, off camera. So I'm going to do that now in front of you all.
And it's been horrendous, isn't it? It's always
I put her a shit card. Although, remember when I pulled the devil and I said you were going to get laid and then you got laid?
Thanks for telling everyone. Yeah. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah. And it was great. I mean, he was really quite something. So it was a really decent card to get. So, good. Maybe devil round 2. I don't know. Let's see.
I like to think that I did that and not you or him.
He did do that. Well, the thing is, at the time I was like, this can't possibly happen. There's like no one on the horizon, and then boom,
We could even last shagging before the lockdown anyway, babe.
Well, that was exactly my plan, and that's exactly what I did because I'm a legend. So
okay, babe, I'm going to shuffle, and you say stop, and I'm going to give you your card.
Okay. Stop.
Oh, it's lockdown. It's fucking lockdown. It's 9 of Wands. Perseverance through long and dull trials.
There you
that's
go.
your card, Sarah, for the week. So if you thought you had any exciting plans, you don't. I'm sorry.
I really don't. It's all right because I actually knew that I didn't. So there's no surprises there. I mean, there's no hint of, cups and day drinking in there either, which is a bit suspicious if I'm being honest. But
a lie, isn't it, really? A goddamn lie. I was Carmel! No, you don't know Carmel. I went to university with Carmel. And we were very appalling together as often as possible. And now she's a very respectable mother. But we do occasionally meet up on the South Bank and continue to be appalling. So as you should. as you damn well should. I suppose the big news this week, Sarah, is old Donnie Trump is fucking off.
Yes,
so
good riddance to an absolute piece of nasty shit. I mean, what excellent news, wasn't it? I mean, it's one of those things where I was starting to doubt it, and then I thought, no, come on, 2020, you've got to pull it back in the end. You've got to pull this back. It can't happen. So yeah, and I was following the tweets, you know, like the hashtag Trump tantrum, because I was really hoping for something quite juicy. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think I've seen any. Like, isn't he denied to give like a speech or congrats because he's
being quite restrained? But I think it's not him. I think it's everyone around him be like, stop now! Now you must stop.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm very obsessed with Kamala. Oh,
I mean, it's just I feel like she's exactly what everybody needs right now, and that's such a nice.
I love that she's the first black vice president, the first female vice president. Yeah. But mainly, I just love her suits. I'm sorry if that makes me like a bad feminist.
I reckon she rocks the suits. But that's the thing is, you trust her. Like, she walks into a room and you'd be like, yeah, all right. Yeah, you've got your shit together. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, so that is good. How was your week, Carly? I don't think I asked. Oh,
no, you never do, Ben.
I do. Sometimes.
Much the same as yours. I haven't done much. I have started an online diploma course.
Yes.
I have started an online diploma course, everyone, because Rishi told me to retrain. So I have decided I'm doing a level 3 diploma in dog training. Because do you remember how my dog keeps ruining the shows with his vocal outbursts?
Yeah, I mean, there was that one time we had the little bit of a wrestle before the Halloween special. That I do remember.
Yeah. So I figured maybe I could try and beat some sense into him. No, I'm joking. That's not what they teach in the course. No.
Yeah, like, where is he now, Carly? We're now very concerned.
He's actually...
Oh, he's there! Little Indy.
He's asleep, so I'm hoping it stays that way for the whole show.
Yeah. That's good training. Well done.
Okay, right. Should we get our guest on? Everybody get ready, because we have got an absolutely brilliant guest this evening. My mum was particularly excited about him. He is an absolutely brilliant, top-notch stand-up comedian. He's been on Live at the Apollo. He's done Celebs on the Farm. He loves a bit of the reality TV, this one, and he's funny as fuck. And we did some absolutely dreadful gigs together between the 2 lockdowns. So he's been through the ringer. Please put some applause emojis for the fabulous Stephen Bailey. Applause emojis.
I'm applauding myself.
Yeah!
Carly, I would just like to thank you for that intro, because basically you sum me up in every way apart from saying he's trash.
I would never say you're trash. I would say all the other stuff.
No, we were just getting around it. I agree with you. You're right. I like Housewives. I like the show, not the people. And I like the Love Island. I like anything that you really lose a brain cell to.
Oh, same. I was a bit of a snob, but actually during the last lockdown, and bearing in mind, I think that I'm like cleverer and better than everyone else. I got really into keeping up with the Kardashians.
No, I didn't know that. Oh,
because you don't ask, Sarah. Because you don't ask.
I can't. I mean, I got into, what was it? There was Love on the. I thought it was really fun. Did you see that?
No, I watched Love is Blind.
I watched that too. Yeah. That was really juicy. But what was ridiculous is that there was Love is Blind, but everyone was fucking beautiful. So it's like, well, that's not going to work. Get some absolute mingers in there and then see if they fall in love. That would actually be a test, right?
I always think do a gay version of that, because gays are shady bitches.
What would that version be like?
Well, if you walk in with chippy tits instead of a 6-pack, you'll be out.
But they'd be like, love is not blind.
Listen, we're not that blind, bitch. That's what they'll say.
I thought that, the young guy who was like...
Is Sarah froze, or is she horrified?
I think she's froze, but that's amazing.
That should be the logo for this show, because that looks like a ghost. That's like a haunting right there.
That is like when someone says, like, Sarah can't believe I watched the Kardashians and kept it quiet on the down low. She's like, you did what?
Yeah. Oh God.
Who's your favourite Kardashian, Stephen? Let's get into the big topics before we We start
Well,
reading.
quite frankly, we've lost Sarah, and quite frankly, that's fine. If she doesn't ask you how your week is, we don't need her.
No.
I love Chloe.
Yes, she's fabulous. She's fabulous. She's also. Can I pick Rob as my favourite? Because I think he's like a sensitive soul.
Yeah, and someone should pick Rob. No one's ever answered that question with Rob.
It's because all his clothes are like shit. So you kind of can watch the women and be like, oh my God, you're so glamorous. But with Rob, you're just like, oh, that poor motherfucker. And I also love Bruce / Caitlyn Jenner, depending on when you're watching.
Yes. Yeah. Have you seen, well, you probably haven't seen it yet if you're behind, but Caitlyn had her own spin-off from the Kardashians called I Am Kate.
I have not seen that, but it sounds wonderful.
And it's fabulous when her and Chris go head to head.
I love when they, like, any of their staged disputes in the Kardashians are my favourite bit. Like, I just watched the episode where Chris, sorry, I know lots of you are here to watch Tarot and this has descended, but where Chris, like, confiscates Bruce's debit card and he can't get any money. I mean, that's actual abuse.
Yeah, I mean, those women.
It's fully questionable. Well, Stephen, let's get into the spooky tarot stuff. I say spooky.
Okay.
It's not spooky. It's a bit of fun and it's a good laugh. So we like to start off our shows with a round that we like to call brief encounters, because it's like close encounters, but we just keep it brief. Yeah. So this is, for anyone new who's watching, this is where Stephen gets a chance to tell us about anything like supernatural or unexplained or sort of ghosty or witchy or fortune telly that he may have encountered before. I described that terribly, fortune telly. Stephen, have you ever encountered any of the supernatural, babe?
Yes. Now I'm going to start off, and I'm not taking the piss, but I was a big fan of the TV show Charmed, still am. And so
it's one of my favourite shows. I'm a big
100%.
fan.
I love the Shannon Doherty years and I love the Rose McGowan years.
Me too.
Yeah. But it really got me into like witchcraft and Wicca in a big way, where I researched it more than the producers do. Like, I can write a spell better than those writers can.
Have you ever done a spell?
Oh, I used to do loads. Like, I should start doing them again because I actually think they worked.
Come on our next full moon show. We do live spells.
That's full moon sounds like late though. Is that like midnight?
No, we do it at a reasonable hour because I usually get too drunk. Awake.
Great. Okay, perfect. Because I'm asleep by 10 o'clock in lockdown. Okay.
Good man.
But I do have a little encounter story for you. So my friend Natalie, we were at her house, and we're talking like when we were like 18, 19, and she's got this little terrace on an old street in Manchester. I go upstairs, right? And I walk downstairs, and it was more of a vision than it was like, oh, boo, here's a ghost. I walk downstairs, and I see a man pick up like a hat, like a bowler hat, a camel jacket. Do you know, like kind of like the one, I don't know what they call, like what Inspector Gadget wears?
Yes,
like
I just bought one recently, like a sort of camel mat.
Like a camel mat, you know, with a belt and an umbrella, and then walked out of the door. I shat myself, ran up the stairs, locked myself in the bathroom, rang the riggers on our pay-as-you-go mobile phone back in the day to come up and get me. I told her the story, and I was like, what have we been drinking? This is what I saw. And it felt like I just walked into this scene, and she was like, are you fucking kidding me? 2 weeks ago, my mum saw the exact same thing and fainted.
No! Oh my God, why is everyone
since
so
then,
good?
her cousin has seen it, and none of us know what it is. And they've done some research into the house, and a man like used to live there, and he worked in like constabulary. So it adds up.
Stephen, this is incredible. Manchester is haunted. Don't lock these people in their homes up there. They need somewhere to run away from. Do not lock them in their homes.
No, we've been through enough.
Bloody hell. I'm going to round of applause for that one. That is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm loving that. I'm very intrigued
So
by
when you asked me to come on your show, I was like, gladly, because anyone that will listen to that story and like not, I'm insane. Because normally I'm like, oh, crystals work, do they? Crystals. Good luck with your crystals. So I'm not moving.
You not believe in crystals? Hello, Blossom Light. Thank you for saying hi. You not believe in the crystals?
I don't believe in anything normally, and then this happened, and I was like, I mean, actually, I think as an adult, I don't believe in anything. Back then, I believed in everything, which is why I think it was able to happen.
I love this. I love this. Right, Stephen. We are going. We've lost Sarah, by the way, everyone. So we don't know where Sarah's gone. Bless her little heart. She's also Stephen, the producer's asking you to take your earphones out.
Done.
Amazing. Have we got feedback?
No.
Great. I'll turn it down a tiny bit. Sorry, everyone, for these technical issues. Sarah's going to try and log back in when she can. But for now, I'm going to read Stephen's tarot. I'm so excited to do you, Stephen. I love doing my mates. It's so exciting.
Wait.
So first of all, babe, have you ever had your cards read before?
Yeah, I actually had, when I was 19, 20, I interned at this magazine in Manchester, and I had to go and interview a psychic chef. And what his whole thing was he would do your reading and make you a meal, which I'm a big fan of.
Amazing.
Yeah. And at this time, I had never been a performer in my life. And he said to me, and so I was living in Manchester and I'd never stepped on stage in my life. And he said, you're going to move to London and you're going to be on the stage.
Wow. So he was, and what was the food like? Because obviously the reading was good.
The reading was good. The food was dreadful.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you know when people put peas in a lasagna?
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I find it, like, I get it. Like, you're trying to get extra vegetables into, like, your meal, but stop it now.
Yeah, the Italians don't do it, so why are you?
No, absolutely. Well, you're doing it because it's what's in the fucking freezer, and people are disgusting, Stephen. So the way this is going to work, for anyone who hasn't seen the show before, is we are going to do Stephen a reading, and we're going to be asking for. I say wait, Sarah's not here. Is Sarah coming back? We've seen the screen. Hey, Sarah!
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there. Literally, it's been fine all day. Some fireworks went out outside, and then it just cut me off. I was like, sorry.
Well, you were like this.
Oh, great. Sex face. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Is that your sex face?
You're both welcome.
I enjoyed it.
Your sex face is just slightly appalled then, like.
Yeah, no, that's that's it. So what have I missed? Have we started the reading?
We've just about to start, babe.
Oh, okay.
But you're never going to find out what Stephen's spooky story was. We'll keep that from you. You have to watch it on catch up, everybody. I was just explaining to Stephen that we're going to do him a reading for the week ahead. Of course, everybody else who is watching, if you want us to answer a question for you, leave your question in the comments and we will do you a little reading after Stephen. What we're going to do, advice for the week ahead. We only do upright. Oh, two swords, random. We only do upright reading. We don't read reversals.
No.
There we go.
Why?
We're too lazy. Basically, there's 78 cards, and we don't want to learn 78 plus another 78 meanings.
Yeah.
Why would we? Yeah.
I love the
I might start learning them and surprise everybody.
With a height of professionalism. And then you lose me again from the picture. No.
Right, Stephen. I'll do it. I will shuffle the cards and you just say stop.
Oh, okay.
But like tune into your energy. Oh, we've had a jumping card.
That's why I'm going to wait for a minute.
Okay.
I love things like this where you have to go with your gut, because I tend to trust my gut, but with anxiety, it's hard, isn't it?
Mm.
Stop.
Fabulous. I'm having put them on a very small ledge here, Stephen. Okay. Oh, fabulous, fabulous. I don't mean like a very small legend, like there's a little like man.
That's what you need.
Down there. No, like there's a small ledge in front of my my.
An actual real life ledge.
Yeah, not a ledge, not a small ledge.
Not
it's
a small
locked
one.
out, not allowed, no one else is allowed in the house. Right. So what we're going to do, I think, is go through it card by card. Usually Sarah and I are in the same room, so this will be a learning experience for us.
Because now I'm like, what is it going to be?
Sarah, you don't even know. Oh, what was that, Stephen? Repeats. You've cut off a bit there.
You hold it up, Charlie, and then you read one, and then Sarah reads one.
We've got pictures saved, so it'll come up on the screen as well. Yeah. The first card is this card, the World. Here she is. There she is. She's
how
beautiful.
magical.
She's magical. She's got her tits out. She's floating in the middle of a victory wreath. She's holding 2 wands. She's surrounded by 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, which I can't remember them all. I think they're Taurus, Aquarius,
Leo.
Leo. Any tarot readers, please do correct me if I've got any of those.
Yeah, because I don't know either.
Oh, fuck you then, Sarah.
I know. I'm supposed to know stuff that you don't know, but I feel like we just know the same shit.
Basically, what this card is, this is the card of accomplishment, of completion. It's generally held to be like the best card in the whole 78 card deck. It's
oh my god! I said stop at the right moment. Then
yeah,
basically it's like you've achieved your dreams, or you're just about to. Like there's something that you've been working towards, I feel, and it's giving you advice that you're on the right path at the moment with
well, I
whatever
hope
it is.
it's that one. I hope I've not achieved it. 'Cause nothing feels that great right now.
Well, it's on the mend. You know, the other thing that I often interpret this card as, it's probably more apt for the moment. If this comes up for me, sometimes I use it as a reminder to practice gratitude, because there are so many wonderful and beautiful things around you in the world, that, you know, you've got stuff to be grateful for. Why are you laughing, Sarah?
It's just because this is what I love about Carly, is she's always so positive and into this love and kindness and gratitude, and she's like the one person that just makes me laugh because I don't think that way at all. So you're like, yay, everything's
Oh
great.
my god,
great.
me
Like,
neither.
put the fucking lockdown, burn everything.
I'm the same as you. I'm like, what has the world locked down on me for? What do I have to learn to put it all back out?
Yeah, and that's what I think is quite funny, is that Carly is just such a wonderful, positive person, and it always makes me feel like I really need to work hard on myself, because I'm just thinking, yeah, the world's a piece of shit right now, and I want it to fucking burn.
Well,
And Carly's
I
like,
can make everyone feel like crap about themselves. Job done.
But I love it. I mean, what I find quite ironic about this card as well is that this card usually does signify travel, like literally traveling the world.
Will be actually. I'm gonna just actually add a spanner into the mix. We'll go on to the next card. The next card is the 3 of Wands, and this can also signify travel.
Sorry, Stephen. This is basically now cards are showing you all the stuff that you would have been doing next week had there not been a lockdown.
In it, what am I going to do? Walk from South Croydon to East Croydon? For God's sake!
That's near us.
Sarah's
I
from
know.
Croydon.
Where?
Addiscombe.
Where?
It's near me,
I'm
Stephen.
Purley.
It's near me.
Purley.
Oh, Purley.
I know.
I mean, it's got a lovely Tesco.
It's got good IKEA.
Well,
The
we're nearer
IKEA
the tech.
Yeah,
It's the industrial park with the IKEA. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's all shut right now, but it's useful when. Yeah, so you can travel
everything's
from
shut.
one place that's shut to another place that's shut. Oh.
Stephen, do you
What
practice
a
gratitude
treat.
or not? Or do you just bin that off?
No. I should do. Like, I'm going more with gut instinct. Some days I wake up and I'm like, today's amazing. And then it's true. And some days I wake up and go, this is bullshit. And then the rest of the day is bullshit.
Yeah.
So you're a psychic.
I am a psychic. Maybe I'm an empath. And also, I've got to tell you something, actually, because we're on the woo-woo train, so let's stay with it. I once went to tapping. Do you know where you do this? And you tap out all your bad energy. Have you ever heard of this?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I did it on a beach
And I
in
think
Portugal.
What?
I did it on a beach in Portugal. That's how I know about it.
Of
Of course
yeah.
I did.
Of course you did.
Tell me more. Tell me more about your
I did it
experience.
in Clapham Junction. And and I can't remember the ins and outs of it, but I just said one of the things I was like, I just want proof that I should stick on this journey, you know, this up and down journey of freelance. Should I go and get a job for my own security? Have I done all the things I've achieved? I don't know what's next. I'm having a massive breakdown. And so we did some tapping, and then I walked out, and literally half an hour later I got this phone call being like, oh, we've had someone pull out, can you do a corporate on Thursday for a lot of money? And I was like,
Wow.
yeah. So
You just
sometimes I down two got
right.
to those three.
Let's do your next card, babe. Here we go. We've got 3 of wands there.
So yeah.
You want to take this one, Sarah?
Yeah, because this one is like sort of like foresight and expansion. And what I quite like about this is that it is usually the card that you get when you are going to be traveling, because the guy is obviously standing on the edge, looking out to sea, looking out on what he wants to do. So
and I want me on one of those boats.
Yeah, look at that. So I feel like kind of in this context is considering that you are not able to travel apart from obviously East Croydon to South Croydon, which is South Croydon is still very pretty, but my ex-husband lives there, so I avoid it. So with this is I quite like it because it's actually probably more about you looking at your extra pastures, about what you're looking to do, where you'd like to go, and just maybe thinking about the future. Because if we take it into context like the world is like the completion of the cycle. And so then in regards to this would make it you're looking to the next thing that you would like to work on. And that's probably what I would get
towards it already, I would say, maybe.
This all sounds like I have to do a lot of work. What's been given to me?
Nothing's come up yet. I mean, I don't know what the next card is, but maybe there'll be something coming up.
I could show you the next card.
Don't give you news.
Someone's going to give you a cup, Stephen.
Oh, there we go.
What does that mean?
So that is literally, there's like someone with an opportunity coming out of nowhere and offering it to you. But as you can see, the man in the picture isn't actually looking at the cup.
He's not bothered, Stephen.
So it's almost like
something, maybe like their feelings or an opportunity or something new, and you are just sitting there like, you know what, it's not the right time. Either you're not noticing it or you deliberately don't think it's the right time for whatever.
It feels like I'm going to have a terrible week.
I'm sorry, hon.
I've accomplished everything in my life I'm going to accomplish. I'm a man on the edge, which is right, quite frankly, and I'm going to ignore and cast away some potential good news.
This is telling you not to do that. So basically now these cards are saying to you that an opportunity is going to be presented to you, or it's going to be out there, but you're not going to pay attention to it. So now therefore by these cards being explained to you, you can pay more attention to what's around you and therefore not miss it.
Right.
Or, because I'm a massive twat, as we've all established, this could also mean that maybe you should try meditating.
There she goes.
Oh, no.
Grateful meditation, love, and I mean, it is the guy in the picture is technically meditating. So yeah, if you wanna go down Carly's love and kindness and is a life wonderful route, then yeah.
You can skip meditating with crystals to get to that though. Just do a drop of CBD oil. It's fabulous.
Have you done that?
Oh, I love it. Honest to God, it's good. It's good for your mind, your anxiety, and your IBS.
What is it? I've not heard of it.
Cannabis oil. Usually I just smoke weed, but you
can
get a legal oil version too now.
Can you? God, that just shows how sweet and innocent I am.
Yeah, it's legal.
Where'd you get it from then? Like Holland and Barrett?
I get mine from a housewife of Cheshire. I'm not even lying.
A housewife of Cheshire? Of course you do.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Right.
I've never watched The Housewives of Cheshire.
You would love The Housewives of Cheshire.
You think my dad will not appreciate me for saying this live on the internet. My dad loves The Real Housewives of everywhere. New York, Atlanta, like my 59-year-old father fucking loves The Real Housewives. So he probably knows all about The Housewives of Cheshire.
I'm sure he does. My favourite Housewives is Beverly Hills.
Do you think he's partying on them?
Yes, 100%, Polly. I mean, no offense. I think that's exactly what he's doing because they're probably around the same age, right? Or are they not? I don't know. I've never watched the.
No,
show.
they're like 50s and 60s.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay, well there you go then. So your dad needs a hobby. It's lockdown.
That's his hobby. He loves it. My dad only watches 2 things on TV: The Real Housewives and football, because he's a fucking geezer who loves reality shows.
There you go. What a G.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, Stephen, you're reading, babe. The advice for this week. I mean, for me, I would say, like, especially going into lockdown, I would read this as to be, noting around you all the great things that you've achieved in your life. This is a card of achievement and be grateful for, because you've done so many amazing things. Like you've smashed it in comedy, You're a great guy. You've moved to Croydon. You've got it all. So like, be grateful for your achievement. Take little baby steps for any like projects or ideas that you've had recently, but also remain open to the possibility of other things coming into your life, things you may not necessarily notice. This card can also say that, like, lean on others for help if you need to. This card can say the same. Just meditate and practice gratitude. Just be a cunt like me. It's a great life. It's a great life.
These cards are a bit like, it's all a bit wide, isn't it?
Do you want to ask a specific question, babe?
Yeah, because we can pull a clarifier.
Am I going to get a job this week?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Say stop when you want to. Oh no, someone's jumped out.
Jumper.
Stephen, I don't know if you're going to get a job, but stay strong, hun. Stay strong. You've got
my God.
This is
Love
saying
kindness.
the strength.
Compassion. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
God.
I feel like maybe that's saying you've just got to stay strong until you get a job.
Yeah, I would say it's a no, but it's telling you to, keep the faith and stay strong.
Oh, God. You guys are not. Can I just tell you about doing this on a Sunday night? You're ending this week terribly, and you're starting next week terribly. You've ruined 2 weeks, girls.
Yeah. It's always horrendous. So, I mean, I'm
doing this on like a Wednesday.
Look on. Blame the government, don't blame the cards. Blame the government, don't blame the cards, motherfuckers.
Cards are just being honest, Stephen. I'm sorry. We can't be held responsible for the honesty of the cards.
It's the universe, it's not us.
It's the
I
universe.
prefer tapping.
Fucking very good. I love it. So yeah, probably. Yeah. I have to say, so Stephen, that's your reading for the week. It's kind of like not much is happening. There's not much movement in any of those cards. But it didn't take a sidekick to fucking guess that, did it? Let's be real.
I think the readings each week are going to be pretty like there's nothing happening. Nothing's happening.
I know, that's really annoying. I feel like I feel like some of the readings before have been like, this is going to happen, and then people have been saying like, yeah, that happened, and now we're just going to be drawing cards like, and nothing is going to happen again this week.
I'm going to be texting you tomorrow being like, so I walked into East Croydon.
Nothing.
Stephen, I know this is very unprofessional to say this on the show, but when I've got my car, which I've hurt my ankle, as you know, in my sexy crutches and boots. When I've got my car, we will. I can drive to a park in Croydon and meet you legally.
Yeah.
Lovely parks in Croydon.
Are there? Are there?
Yeah. Interesting fun fact. I think of all the London boroughs, Croydon has the most parks.
Fucking hell. So this is not an estate agent.
Crimes are happening.
The most parks to shoot up heroin in the whole of London. Right.
I think that's what Croydonians do.
Let's do this. Remember, anyone viewing, if you want to ask us a question, you are more than welcome to. Or if you just want us to pull a card for you, just a little tap, tap, tap and say, I'd like you to draw a card for me, and we will do it. But before we get into that, we've got my favourite round of Tarot Nice to Meet You, which is the round that we call Who's in the Freezer? Oh, we didn't get a sound effect. Who's in the freezer? Oh. It's cold in here. Something that's quite good.
Yeah.
We'll get a sound effect. That'll
Maybe
do.
we should just do that going forward, and we'll just go like, who's in the freezer?
It's cold in here, and I'll be like, what's wrong with those two bitches? Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Jim Artec. I think people probably don't think that Jim exists. That's what I love about this.
He exists.
He definitely does exist. Like, it's not just a figment of our imaginations.
We can't do tech, so we need someone to do it for us because we don't know how to do any of this.
We don't have to do anything apart from people bleak futures. Sarah, do you want to explain the freezer?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you, Carly. So for Stephen and the benefit of everyone else, who's in the freezer? Oh, it's cold in here. So this is actually a spell type thing that my aunt taught me from when I was very little, which is whenever someone is pissing you off or being a complete nightmare, what you want to do is you want to freeze their power. So you want to stop them from having any kind of power. And it could be a person, it could be a thing. And so what you do is you write the name down on a piece of paper and then you put it in an ice cube tray so that then it freezes in the ice cube tray. And then once it's frozen, you decant it out and then you have a nice frozen bowl of hate at the back of your freezer to show off to friends at gatherings, which might happen again in 2021.
Beautiful. Very well explained, Sarah. Thank you for giving me a moment for more alcohol.
That's okay. And obviously now I think sometimes we usually ask if the guest would like to go first with their who's in the freezer, or you would like me to go first. And then what we ask is the audience then write who they would like to go in the freezer and they decide.
Exactly. Stephen, would you like to go first or second, babe?
Hey, I'm happy to do whatever you guys want. It's your show.
First.
Yeah. Guests first, babe. Who do you want to put in the freezer?
Well, who don't I want to put in the freezer? That's the question.
I do have a very full freezer, Stephen, so don't worry. We can have a chat after if you need more.
You guys are so hateful.
Oh, fabulous. Right, I'm going to go in. It's quite broad. I would like... by the way, sorry if my computer's running low, even though I'm doing very well. It is a Lenovo. I would like to put in the freezer people that are not staying 1 meter away from me, and people that are a bit over dramatic about the 1 meter thing and jump 6 meters away.
Okay, so you want them at like a steady distance?
I just feel like follow the rules, wear your fucking mask and just walk around.
I agree.
And couples that walk in pairs down a narrow pavement and make you jump on the road because they couldn't possibly let go of each other's hands for 3 seconds.
I am
they'll split up
on that.
Well, obviously they'll split up if they actually have to have their hands torn apart. So then the whole relationship is over with. You know, God forbid.
Yeah. It's just like, single woman, stand in the road where the cars are. For you have not found a man. You must face the consequences of maybe being run over. Like, it's so fucking arrogant.
I know. I fucking hate that.
Totally with you. Sarah, are you drinking tea?
Yeah, because I had a few drinks earlier, so I thought it was best to sober up now.
Okay.
Rein it in.
Yeah, you know, rein it in.
I love that. So we're going to basically put, for Stephen's one, basically anyone not following the distancing rules, and also couples. Just couples. We'll go couples. Just generally. Because
now I feel like
I didn't hear you, babe.
Which babe?
Say that again.
Me?
Yes. Stephen, yes.
Oh, I just said, sorry, I didn't realise you typed, otherwise I would have been more concise.
No, we're not tight. We don't want you to be concise. We want you to be honest. That honesty is the main policy. Sarah, who would you like to put in the freezer this week?
Well, now I feel a bit silly because I actually agree entirely with Stephen with the people in the 1 meter and the couples, but I want to put in fruit flies.
Okay. And why is that?
So, obviously, I've been doing a load of witchy things lately. So I have my windowsill that is covered in basil. So I grow fresh basil because weirdly it's just the only herb that I can seem to be able to grow in my place. But that means that as a result, I've got loads of those little horrible little flies, you know, those ones that you can never quite catch and they're everywhere. So what I've done is I've started spraying the area full of fly spray.
And now because I'm ringing.
Yeah. It is gross, but now what's happening is I didn't realise. I thought there was like 1 or 2, but after doing this yesterday and the day before, there's like a massacre of hundreds of these dead little flies on the floor, and it looks like I have an infested flat full of these fruit flies. Yet, you know, you only see like 1 or 2 flying around. There's hundreds of the fuckers. So literally, I did it yesterday, I did it the day before, and it's just like a constant massacre. So I feel like rather than stopping the massacre, I wish I'd just freeze them all together and they could just be done with my flat. You know, I'm not allowed extras in the flat. It's a lockdown.
I'm sensing a theme with you, Stephen. You don't know this, but she has also tried to put spiders generally into the freezer. There's definitely a theme going on with Sarah's rancid.
I'm under attack.
Bubbles there.
No, it's basically other animals and insects with no respect.
What I just find, Sarah, if you don't like insects, stop growing shit.
Yeah, I agree there.
I like the fresh basil. It's a really nice pesto because it's really organic. Apart from all the pesticides I have on it now because I've killed all the
But
flies.
you're essentially growing their home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine in the summer because I
It's
had all
like
the
if I
windows
built
open.
a beautiful. Imagine, Sarah, I built a beautiful, like, tall 6-bedroom manor house, and then in you walked and just lay your head there because that looks like somewhere you would call your home. And then I started to hit you with a squat. You wouldn't be happy, would you? Is it a squat or a swat? Squat.
Well, actually, it's my fault because it's not my home, so I shouldn't be there in the first place. So actually, that's my bad, and you should swat me round the head, and I should be in a massacre heap on the floor because it's not my
I think
home.
we should agree.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, because it's not my home.
Sarah's now been compared to a fly, which is, of course, wonderful for her self-esteem going into yet another week of lockdown. Yeah, tap your chakras, babe. Tap your chakras.
You have to go,
tap.
I am not a fly. I am not a fly. I am
If
not
you would
a
like
fly.
to vote, please do. If you would like Stephen to win, type in lockdown people or Stephen, and if you would like Sarah to
Flies, just fruit flies, really.
Oh, well, this is good. Now we've lost Carly.
Oh, now we've lost Carly.
Do you know how to host the show, Sarah?
No, I mean, I never actually get to do. So what we usually do now is, whilst people are deciding, is then we pull some cards for people in the audience, but they actually haven't put anything in. So I don't think.
Because they've seen how non-committal you're being.
No, but we can be committal because what we said to you was there are opportunities that are going to be available to you, but you're not going to see them. Because maybe you don't want to see him because you're like me. You're not into the whole, let's be grateful for all the bollocks that's going on in the world. And let's just,
I don't
ignore
have
it.
time to be grateful. I've got a mortgage to pay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Is there anything that you would like to? Oh, is she coming back? There she is.
It locked me out. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I think it's maybe because we haven't done enough tapping today and we insulted Croydon as well as other things. So I feel like maybe.
Well, I was going to say, who would have thought me and Croydon would have the best internet?
Yeah.
You know it's all been dug up round here.
That's
You know
fucking crazy. What have I missed, guys? Anything much?
No, I was just asking. Everything Stephen said goes in the freezer. Okay, so there we go.
Yay!
Yeah, so we were gonna sing. So, Stephen, what we do is then I will make sure that goes in the freezer and all of these twats will be dealt with. And my massacre apparently will continue in my flat.
Yeah. Sarah's flat will continue being like an absolute farm.
Can't the people throw outside?
Well, I can't because I can't put them outside because then the foxes will get them.
It's all over a house, Stephen. It's like a little greenhouse in there.
Yeah,
so we haven't had any requests for any questions. But Sarah, I was going to ask you if you've got your cards. Would you like to draw me a card? Because I've never had my tarot read on the show ever.
Well, usually we just pull a card before the show, don't we? It's something like that. So, and seeing as I got such a shitty card, and you always end up getting the really nice cards, let's see if we can keep that consistent. All right. So, do you want to just let me know when you're ready?
Yeah, I'll let you know. Stop.
Page of Cups.
Oh my God.
That's good. Sorry, Stephen. This is actually a very good card for Carly. So this is the Page of Cups. So this is basically like the pages are typically like messenger cards if you read them that way, which I do. And as you can see, it's like a fish just popping out of a cup. So it could be something that's it's like creative, new beginning, something but completely out of nowhere. So it's something that maybe you haven't thought of before, and you're going to get a message about it. And the universe is telling you to be really open to anything. So it's that literally could be a fish coming out of a cup. It's like, oh my God,
no fish coming out of my cups, guys.
They'll all be drunk because yours are just full of wine. So
we share
the wine. So no, this is a good one for the week for you. Should be quite.
I love that unexpected message, probably from a friend or family, or maybe a man who fancies me. Oh, do you know what? I was expecting a lot more "Hey Stranger" messages in the lockdown.
Me too. I've had none.
Not many this time. Last lockdown was like ghost of Fox Path, constant.
It
Like,
really was.
I've seen yours, like so much,
Yeah.
and now nothing. Dry.
I'm almost a little bit disappointed because I was expecting at least one of them to be like, hey, do you want to walk in the park or something? I'm literally nothing. No, nothing. Probably because I block them all. And so do you.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why. Maybe we've just blocked them all.
I just blocked it all. I blocked all straight men, not the gays.
All the hate strangers.
People.
I'm still in the gang,
Yeah, you're still in.
even if they are a bit woo-woo.
I love it. Well, anyone that watches Charmed and then decides to do spells is all right by me. I love Charmed. It's still my favourite TV series. Right, people. We're coming to our 45-minute mark, which means the end of the show. Stephen, do you have anything you would like to plug, babe?
Oh, Celebs on the Farm's coming back in January to MTV.
Good.
Yes.
Please watch it because it's the only job I have this year.
Yeah, Stephen, who are the celebs? Are we allowed to say?
I couldn't possibly say, but if you go to Instagram, it pretty much gives it away.
Well, Stephen's Instagram is scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. So if you want to know who those celebs on the farm are, it's going to be pretty fucking obvious. Sarah, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
No, I mean, bless you for asking me this every week, and every week is more bleak. So no.
I'm going to plug next week's show, which is on same time, Sunday at 7 p.m. We have the fabulous Elisa Kiria as our guest. And I'm also going to plug that if you have enjoyed this and want to watch any of our previous shows that you have missed, they are all available on my Facebook page or my YouTube. That's scrolling. Oh, it's scrolling down the bottom. It's so good. It's scrolling down the bottom of the screen right now. Just go to these.
Good old Jim.
This is like the news. This is like the news world services or something.
Can you imagine if this was instead of the news, we just didn't give the real news, we just predicted future events?
Well, you wouldn't be very good at it. You told me something might happen this week if I
It
leave
might,
that.
Stephen. If anything happens, I'm expecting a text from you. If anything happens.
If anything happens, I'll take you to Taco Bell.
Oh my god, me and Stephen have been trying to go to Taco Bell for so long, and every time we do, we're thwarted by some kind of tier system or lockdown because they're bastards. Or I broke my ankle.
That was a big one.
Yeah, that was quite
That was
convincing.
legit. But as soon as this happens, as soon as this lifts, Stephen, I am going to enjoy some tacos with you, and that's not a euphemism. We're literally going to go and eat tacos. So yeah, everyone, let's should we say good? So we say goodbye for the evening. I've got a glass of wine to drink, and also His Dark Materials season 2 is starting on BBC, and I can't miss it. So that's right. I haven't had sex for nearly a year. Num num num. Everyone, thank you so much for joining.
Lovely to see you, Stephen. Take care. Thank you so much for being on here.
So much. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Tarot Nice to Meet You, which is produced by Comedy Hotspot. See you next Sunday at 7 p.m.